Yo, what's up, guys? This is D.J.J, and I'm here to explain something to you. As you know, I have been working really hard on this project, my Therapeutic Mindset E.P. I'm basically just going to explain how the project came about and how I got the idea for the name and all that stuff. So, the Therapeutic Mindset E.P. came about when I was just sitting there and I was listening to my Feeling Lost mixtape. And I was just sitting there and I was vibing to each song that came on, and right when I got to the song End of the Road that I did with Ashley Childress, I just sat there and I was thinking, and I was like, this whole project, it is really dope. And I did the recording and the mixing and mastering and stuff myself, but the beats are not mine. I mean, I know I got the permission to use them from the other producers, but they're not produced by me. Like, it doesn't feel like it's all mine. And so, I was just sitting there and I was thinking, and I was just like, if I had done the beats originally by myself on the Feeling Lost mixtape, that Feeling Lost mixtape could have been an album called Feeling Lost. And, you win some, not you win some, you lose some, things happen for a reason. And so I feel like that mixtape happened for a reason, and now this EP is going to happen for a reason. And so I sat down and I was going through some beats on my computer, and I was just going through some that I didn't need anymore, so I was just trashing out beats that I didn't need. And so I came across 3 beats that I produced myself. And after listening to them a few times, I was just like, they actually sound like they could be on a project. And so I saved those instead of trashing them. And so after going through all my files and getting rid of the beats that I didn't need, I was just like, you know what? I think it's time to sit down and actually come up with something and put a project together. And thus, the Therapeutic Mindset EP was born. But it wasn't always called the Therapeutic Mindset EP. I was sitting there and I was like, I had some written names jotted down, and I had decided to go with the introduction at first. It's the introduction project to me, to the world, from me to the world. And I went with that name for a while, and so I just, after recording the songs and mixing and mastering all of them, I just sat there and I was just like, maybe after listening to the whole project, the introduction didn't sound like a good name for it. So here I was searching for another name for this project, and I sat down and I kept thinking and I just couldn't think of anything. I even went on Facebook and asked other people's opinion on what the project should be called, and I got nothing from anyone. I mean, they threw out some decent suggestions, but they just didn't sit right with me. So I was just sitting and I was just like, you know what? Let me listen to the project and try to come up with something. So I listened through the project a various amount of times, and each song sounded therapeutic to me. And when I sat down and actually thought about it, each song that I wrote and produced while I was in a therapeutic mindset. And so thus, that's how the name, the Therapeutic Mindset, came to play. And so, boom, I decided to call it the Therapeutic Mindset EP, and I decided to roll with it, and, it's been great ever since. So, everything on the project is all good. I've got the artwork coming in, and I've recorded, mixed, and mastered each and every song, so the project is done. What I need from you guys is I need your help. I need the funding to get the physical copies of my CD and to distribute it. Distribute it? That's not a word, I don't think. I'm going to look it up later. I'm going to distribute this project online, and that's going to cost me some money, and that's what I really need your guys' help with. I've busted through every little barrier that I possibly could have broken through so far with music. And this is another one I need to burst through, and I need your guys' help with it. I need the physical copies of my CD, and I need to distribute it online, because once I do that, you know, the amount of doors I could open is insane. So I just need you guys' help. I need the funding to get the physical copies of my CDs, and I need the funding for the online distribution. And I really need you guys' help and support. And if you can't donate personally, then share this with a friend. Share this with a friend, and if they can do it, cool. Share this with your family. If they can do it, cool. Any kind of help will do. Honestly, the love and support that I've gotten from you guys these past 4 years has been incredibly amazing. I never would have gotten as far as I have without the love and support of all of you. And so this is where your love and support needs to come into play again. If you really want to see me exceed and really get out there and really spread my music to more areas, then I'm going to need your help with the funding for this online distribution and getting the physical copies of my CD. If you do that, I will be eternally grateful. So I really need you guys' help. If you can help, that's great. If you can't, please share this with your friend, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your aunt, uncle, cousin. I don't care. Share it with everybody. And if they can help, that would be incredibly amazing, because once this project is out there, I really feel like more doors are going to open for me. What doors? I'm not sure yet, but we are sure to find out if and when we get this project out there. So that's what I need your guys' help with, is getting this project out there. And if you can help, I will be eternally grateful for your contribution to my dream. Thank you.